Nick Young is back with us, Swaggy P. So now I'm surrounded by three guys from L.A., the one to my left, straight out of Compton, the two to my right, via Dorsey High School and USC. And by the way, you guys know each other a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
He's way younger than you are.
That's my OG right here. My son and his son, they boys.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
And
for real. They grew up together.
I know everybody, Skip.
you know what? I've never brought up a name on this show that you didn't drop right back on me, right?
I know everybody.
Let's talk about LA's Lakers here because obviously they just won the first in-season tournament. LeBron, of course, won the MVP. They're going to raise that banner, which I don't love, but that's a whole nother issue. So did winning that cup prove to you that this team can and will win a real championship in June? You want to go first?
I don't think this proves they will win. I feel like, this is kind of fool's gold because it's like, it's one game. It's hard, but it's going to be hard to beat like Denver and Phoenix 4 times with the team they got now. But, I feel be one piece away.
What's that piece?
I'm trying to get Zach. I want to get Zach.
He's already on record.
He gets Zach.
But what do you move to get Zach LaVine? That conversation is coming up a lot.
Hachimura and D'Lo, and maybe a pick here.
And then send whatever pick. Lakers don't draft nobody.
Then you got LeBron could play for another 3-4 years, huh?
Hachimura, D-Russ, and a pick. I don't even know.
Yeah, D'Lo.
Oh, D'Lo.
Yeah.
I don't know what pick, though.
Well, you got first. We got 2029 or 2027 or something.
But we wouldn't give that up. We wouldn't give that up to go get
Zach LaVine?
No. We wouldn't give it up a year ago to go get somebody. I'm trying to think who it was.
They gave it up to get rid of Russ.
Yeah,
They gave it up to get Russ, but we wouldn't give it up to go get somebody. I can't think who it was.
No, it was both the picks and something else to get. I forget.
I forgot who it was. But they may need a Zach LaVine. They may need one more piece. There's no question about it. But this is not. See, I look at it. The in-season tournament was just the ability to show that we can play together, and there's a foundation there. When we turn it on and we play a certain way, we can be successful. What happened last night without Kyrie Irving? The big three played well.
Yeah.
The big three that I call the big three with Austin Reeves and obviously AD. Along with LeBron, they played well. The others didn't chip in. They didn't play defense. They allowed guys that shouldn't be scoring at high clips all of a sudden have career games. And so I don't panic about that. The next 5, as I said before, you got San Antonio twice. You got the Bulls in there. You got the Timberwolves.
First, the Knicks.
The Knicks, you got the Spurs, the Knicks, the Bulls, and the Timberwolves is your next 5. Come out of there at 4-1 or 5-0. Anything less than that, now that conversation comes up again, Nick, about we need to make some changes.
Right. Yeah. And I think we need a bucket. And Zach LaVine is a bucket, and he plays defense. And so
I don't know if he plays defense.
I mean, he plays good enough. I mean, everybody. We as a team weren't playing the greatest defense, and then the tournament happened, and all of a sudden we got defensive stoppers, and everybody's effort level is at 10. And so I think at the end of the day, like you said, Keyshawn, the role players got to play their role. Cam Reddish, you there to be a stopper? Stop somebody. We needed Jared Vanderbilt to play so Cam Reddish can be on Tim Hardaway Jr. and not, but we didn't have the guys we needed. Troy Vincent. Troy Vincent. Troy Vincent. Football. Yeah, I got to switch my brain.
Yeah, you got to find a bunch, I understand.
Right. Gabe Vincent needs to come back because you need somebody to stop these guards from scoring these kind of points. But at the end of the day, the effort is what changed. The confusing thing is when you have them, you get to watch them. I just watched y'all against Indiana. Go crazy. And then 3 days later, all of a sudden, y'all turned it off. It's frustrating.
Yeah. And AD's playing great right now.
He is.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think this team needs Zach LaVine. As good as he is, as good as it might feel on paper, before the year started, and you laughed at me and thought I was planting some weird seed against LeBron, but I picked this team to win it all because on paper, I love this team. I love what Rob Pelinka has already put together. He may go get one more piece because he got a whole bunch of pieces at last trade deadline. He is really good at what he does. He is underrated. He should have been the executive of the year last year to reposition this team on the fly to do what it did, even against Denver. They had 4 straight games in which they were right there going into the fourth quarter. Goes either way. LeBron did not play well in the fourth quarter. Nobody really played well in the fourth quarter, and Denver barely pulled out all 4 games, and it was a sweep. But it was a misleading sweep because that team was good enough to beat Denver last year. If they just had pulled off a couple of those games, we might be having a different conversation. So here we sit, and they just showed you, to your point, they showed you for 7 games, but especially on Saturday night, that was a tour de force. That was AD at his greatest as a top 5 player who doesn't always play like a top 5 player, but he showed you. Listen, Miles Turner is pretty good. He's one of the best shot blockers in the league. He got destroyed. He got fouled out. He got bum rushed right off the floor by Anthony Davis. The Lakers' defense was suffocating on Pacers, who had been crazy hot from 3, and they couldn't buy a 3 because hands were in face and bodies were bodying up bodies. They couldn't find space at the 3-point line because that's what this team is capable of doing without Jared Vanderbilt last night, and he just barely he came back for that final game, but the first thing LeBron said was, we still miss Gabe Vincent, because you brought him up. Gabe Vincent is a baller. He made so many big shots for the Heat. He will take and make big shots. If you put him in this rotation and you get them reasonably healthy, and AD was kind of limpy and gimpy last night, I don't know what to expect. But if you get this team healthy in the postseason, I don't see... Listen, Denver, predictably, after it's like you wobble a little bit after you keep winning all these games and you start to get wear and tear and you're playing so many playoff games. They're starting to wobble a little bit. They're not looking like Denver. I know Jamal's been out for a while. Then Jokic, we're going to talk about it later, but he got thrown out last night, which was shocking to me. But they're gettable. They're beatable. The Lakers can beat the Denver Nuggets to me this year. I think they've got new pieces.
Hey, Swaggy, what does Zach LaVine bring in terms? So when you think about Denver, the length of Denver's, they're long. Does Zach LaVine bring us more length than we already have?
Yeah, but it brings that score too, and LeBron don't have to work so hard at 39. In the playoffs, LeBron and AD got to do majority of the work. You add a Zach LaVine, you don't have to depend on LeBron to carry your team now at his
Mostly
age.
just scoring the basketball.
Yeah. You need that. You need a go-to guy. You need somebody that can take the pressure off for LeBron and AD. And Austin Reeves gonna do that, but Austin Reeves still in his fourth year.
Yeah.
So in other words, when the intensity goes up, Austin Reeves may have the propensity to shrink.
No, not Austin Reeves. That's my man.
Okay, no, I'm just because he said they need a third guy, and I would think that Austin Reeves would be the third scorer.
Well, he needs a bucket.
Yeah, they need a big
bucket.
A real big 3. Like right now they
so 2.5.
2.5.
Okay.
2.5.
I don't know. Austin Reeves is really good.
He is, but Zach LaVine, when he's at his best, is an elite scorer. And I mean,
You know what's weird right now? I got my earpiece in over here. You're usually on my right side, and you're muted. I can't even hear you, and I love it. I got to keep you over here. You're so loud in my right ear, I can't even hear myself think.
I love it.
All right, up next, we're going to talk Cowboys. We haven't talked to them all day yet. Are they about to do what they've always done, which is fall on their face masks? Debate.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.